Leaders come in all shapes and forms, and they don't necessarily have to be politicians to influence society. Dancer and choreographer Jayesperi Moopen is one of these quiet pioneers, and she's used the performing arts as a vehicle to promote nation building and social cohesion. Her development of Indo-African dance has earned her local and international acclaim, and we met up with Jayesperi recently to discuss her approach to life and dance and her iconic work, Circles and Squares.
Having been a founding member of the Tribhangi Dance Theatre some 3 decades, Jayesperi Moopen pours her energy into nurturing the company's style and excellence. And she was putting the current generation of dancers through their paces when Kriya arrived.
3, 5, come there, go back, nice posture here, go.
One of the prominent forms of expression in South Africa is through dance. And with so many cultures, it only makes sense that we've now created a fusion. One of the pioneers in this industry is Jayesperi, and she started her very own dance school that celebrates its 30th anniversary this year. And we get to spend a bit of time with her.
Go, 1, 2, 3. Oh!
Looks good so far, guys. Looking really nice. And you've created such a beautiful space down here.
Yes, we love it, and it's a team effort of getting to do work and to create a space where we all can come together and feel comfortable with each other.
Your passion for dance started at quite an early age. Where did it come from?
I started with ballet. I grew up in East London, and I found that was the only thing that was available to me. But there was no opportunities for me. So as I grew up, when there was an opportunity to learn Indian classical dance, I did that. And then later on in years, my parents would think, oh, it's just a phase, they want to dance. But for me, it was not a phase. It was actually a life-changing experience, because I went to India after matric to pursue my studies, and it was also an opportunity to see where my roots, in a way, were. So my journey as an artist and a dancer started in India.
You then brought classical Indian dance back to South Africa.
And that's when I did my first experimental work at the very first dance umbrella, where I did a piece called Circles and Squares. They both can fit into each other as shapes, but you don't change the dimension or form of them. And I experimented with a Zulu dancer. I myself danced, and we experimented with the piece of Circles and Squares. So here was a form that was created that didn't have a definition. It couldn't fit into any particular mold. And people loved it because they thought that was something different.
Through this process, you've now created a safe place for South Africans to express themselves.
As a dancers, it's important that you have a place that you can be comfortable in. We all come from different walks of life. When you walk into a space to do some creative work, you need to be comfortable. You need to feel at home.
What are some of your dreams and aspirations that you have for the company?
I think for us to always grow and to be able to be here for another 30 years, so that there's a legacy where people can come, dance, and just be together, because as South Africans, we don't interact on a daily basis. We don't know each other's lives. We don't know each other's stories. And for me, that was very important, that we have a space where we can be ourselves and connect with each other. I think that's very important, because if you connect with each other just as people, you take that to another level. As artists, you can connect even better. And what you see on stage is obviously the end result.
Tell me a little bit about the piece that we're about to see.
The piece was inspired by a poem written by my mom, dedicated to Mother Shakti. This particular poem speaks to Mother Earth and what she does for us, and the sustenance that we get from Mother Earth that we take for granted. In this particular piece, we wanted it to be true to life, as a dedication to all women.
Moving from your specialized dance to learning things like classical Indian dance must have been quite a challenge.
Given the knowledge that I came with from the institution where I come from, and also because I wanted to do classical Indian dance, especially Bharatanatyam, even though I did not know what was it called, but I had an idea of what I wanted to do. It was not easy, it was challenging, and our artistic director, Auntie Jay, helped me in getting the technique right.
Come guys, help yourself.
A rehearsal can rival a boot camp workout, but the tea and treats also offer an opportunity for the dancers to share ideas and bond on a personal level.
Jayesperi, as a successful woman entrepreneur, what message do you have for young women of South Africa?
I would like to say to young women, please get in touch with who you are and what you want. Know what you want, so that you can then shine and you can be the person that you are meant to be.
Themed on the concept of shapes fitting into each other without changing dimension or form, circles and squares captures the essence of the choreographer's vision. Jayesperi has created a nurturing space for performers from different cultures to interact and explore new avenues of expression, and this is a priceless heritage.